yesterday. So normally I go live Tuesday and Thursdays at 10 a.m. However, at approximately 9:30 a.m., all the Wi-Fi went off in my house. So couldn't go live because there's construction going on. It would have been a nightmare. So I decided to just go live today with you guys. Today, we're talking about patience and finding more patience. And if you would say hello, so I can say hello back, please. And if you know somebody who could gain a little more patience in their life, which is just about everybody, then share this out, okay? Because I'm going to go through 10 really key ways to have more patience in life and with your kids. Also, guys, in the comments, if you're commenting, do me a favor. And if you're commenting in the Pumped Up Parenting group, please give me your name because I may not see it because of the way this feeds up with comments. If you're on YouTube, welcome. And if you'd like to join me on YouTube for more parenting tips and story times and fun exercises you can do with your kids, go to Pumped Up Parenting with Celia Kibler on YouTube. And if you're there, give me a thumbs up, subscribe. Lots of information there, guys. Tantrums, all kinds of stuff. Really a lot of stuff. Plus, don't forget the Pumped Up Parenting podcast, which I started in the fall, and we've got a lot of great stuff on there as well. Okay, now let's get started. Before I begin, let me tell you who I am. I'm Celia Kibler, family empowerment coach, as it says right there. And I am here to empower you guys so that you can turn around and empower your kids. I'm the author of Raising Happy Toddlers, How to Build Great Parenting Skills and Stop Yelling at Your Kids, which I wrote like a manual. You know how parents always say, my kids don't come with a manual. Well, good news, guys. Now they do. If you want any of my books, my children's books, go to celiasbooks.com. All right. So, and I'm a mommy of 5, like you guys are. 2 I gave birth to, 3 I gained through marriage, and a grandma to 9. And I've been teaching and coaching parents for almost 40 years. So let's get rolling on patience and how to build it up. First and foremost, guys, to help your patience, you need a good night's rest. And so do your kids, for that matter. Sleep is so important. Hi, Benedicta. How are you? So glad you joined. Sleep is primary to really building patience and enjoying your day. A consistent bedtime and a consistent wake-up time 7 days a week is important to really get good sleep. It's not as important the hours you sleep. Some people sleep 5 hours. Some people sleep 10 hours. Some people sleep 8 hours. But the quality of sleep is what's important. So get going with sleep. If you need more help with sleep, go to pumpedupparenting.com, go to my courses. There's a really inexpensive sleep course for you, 2 videos that will help you and your kids sleep. Okay, so get sleep. Number 2, triggers. Recognize your triggers and your kids' triggers. Which are the 4 main triggers? Hunger, sleep, as we mentioned, thirst, and overwhelm. Reason thirst is because, children dehydrate much faster than adults. And the first thing to go when you start dehydrating is your brain. So that's why you get irritable, you get nauseous, all these things happen. So if your kids are just simply thirsty, put some water cups around wherever they're playing or water bottles so that they can easily get something to drink without having to ask. And thirst itself keeps you feeling good, helps your moods. Stay hydrated. Drink a lot of water. I always have water. Okay. So also, with the triggers, don't plan things. If your child needs a nap, don't plan to go food shopping when they need a nap. Hi, Linda. How are you? Don't plan to go food shopping when your child needs a nap because you know what that's going to result in? Them having a tantrum and you getting upset. So don't do it. And recognize those tantrums in yourself too. Work your life around the tantrums. The triggers Work your life around your triggers as well. Okay. Prepare the night before. Make sure that you're preparing everything the morning, night before, so that when you get up in the morning, you know, you're ready to go. You're ready to roll, and let your kids help you. Okay. When you're with your kids, guys, be with your kids. Don't be on the phone with your kids. That is not with your kids. That's with your phone. Be with your kids when you're being with your kids, okay? They'll appreciate it a lot more, and they won't feel like they play second fiddle to your phone. Set up routines. Routines are valuable for kids. They're valuable for adults. So make sure you have great routines in place. If you need more help with routines, let me know. Don't take your anger out on your kids for something they didn't do. So if you come home from work and you're irritable, that would not be the time to yell at your children. If you feel like you come home and they're crazy and they're running around and you feel kind of stressed, then go take a time out. You take a time out, not them, you. And calm down and relax so that you can approach the situation more proactively than reactively. Okay. I really encourage you when you're talking to children and you're being with your children to try to see things from their point of view. Remember that children are not adults. They are not you. They have underdeveloped brains. They don't have logic. They don't have self-regulation. A lot of that doesn't exist in really young children, and you have to teach it to them to get it to exist in older children. So don't expect them to respond to you like an adult. It's not just difficult, it's literally impossible. They are not adults. See the world through their eyes, and you will find a whole lot of great stuff, number one, but you'll also have a different perspective on things. Okay. Play with them a lot. Playing is great communication with your kids. It's great stress relief. If you go outside and you run around with your kids, also great stress relief for you. You want more patience? Release that energy. Release the energy in your kids. Release the energy in yourselves. Get fresh air. These are great ways to really start bringing the stress level down, bringing the calm levels up, relaxing and gaining patience because you feel better. Okay. All right. I already mentioned take a time out for you, not your kids. Your kids need a timeout. You can give them a timeout as well. But a timeout is a time to collect yourself, a time to think. Who on this broadcast, as a grown-up, who takes your own time outs? Do you take your own time outs? I want to know. Give me a 1 in the comments. Amber says, love this talk. I just seen the title and joined in live. Last night, my little brother was so impatient with my son, so I taught him a lesson and gave him a timeout for 2 minutes. Yes, good job. And asked him to sit and just breathe. And wow, he hated the idea and didn't want to sit for 2 minutes. But I told him it's a simple lesson on learning to be calm. Yes, absolutely. Exactly. I'm not going to read your whole message, but it's good to hear from you. Yes, yes, yes. Awesome. So, that is so good. Breathing, you just need, hi, Jayashree, you just need to relax, just like your kids need to relax. Breathe with them, during story time, which, in case you didn't know, is Mondays and Wednesdays at 7 p.m. On Mondays, I do it. On Wednesdays, my sister does it. And at the end of my story time, I have everyone sit and breathe. So you take a finger and you smell the flower and you blow out the candles. Smell the flowers and blow out the candles. And it teaches kids the concept of breathing. Yay, you take a time out. I'm so pleased because we need it, don't we? So does our brain. Our brain works better, functions better if we take intermittent timeouts. Have you ever sat there and you worked on something at home and working and working and working, and you're like, I'm just not seeing this. I just don't know what the problem is. You go, you get something to drink, you get something to eat, you come back and boom, there it is, right there. Because you reset your brain. That's what we all need. The brain needs it. It requires reset, just like your phone does, your computers. Your brain is the biggest computer of them all, and it needs time to reset. So give yourself a timeout, take some breaths, relax, and, you'll find you'll just be refreshed. You'll be able to see things clearer. Your children will be able to see things clearer. That's the purpose of taking time for yourself for a few minutes. That is the purpose. It's not meant as a punishment, but that's for I'll do another broadcast on timeouts for your kids, because a lot of times people set them up as punishments. They're not meant for punishments. They're meant to just sit, reflect, rethink. That's what they're meant for. Okay. All right. So the other thing I want to tell you is distractions. Distractions always work, guys. They work for you. They work for your kids. Sometimes if you're feeling the pressures of, life, your children, put on some music and dance. And, even if your kids are fighting, if you put on some music and make it loud and start just dancing and being silly, I guarantee you those kids that are having an argument are going to stop what they're doing and come in and see what's happening. And then, boom, argument solved. Everybody's having fun. Distractions work. So if you are just feeling overstressed, overwhelmed, go distract yourself with something. If your children are in the same boat, go distract them with something. It works. It will stop all the anxiety. It will automatically increase patience because you're having fun and you don't need any patience. You're having a good time. When you decide to take the steps and educate yourself to really make your lifestyle less stressful, less chaotic, the need for patience is much less often. Much less often? Is that English? Less often. Is needed less often. I think that's it. Timeouts be reflection and finding solutions to both. Absolutely. 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 I'm going to even show that because that's such a good statement. Absolutely. It is not punishment. And, even if you're sending your child to their room, they can even name it. They could name it a happy place, or they could name it my thinking spot, or whatever. You can ask them to name it, and you can set up, a place where they stop and think, and it could have books. It could have soft music. I do not recommend you have electronics there. It could have their stuffed animals. You can set up a space for their thinking place or their happy place or whatever they want to call it. Could be their dinosaur cave. That includes things where they go and think and they go and reset, but it's not a punishment. So I hope that you guys see now when I do that, look at that, it goes away. Okay. I'm sorry. Technical difficulties. Anyway, so all of these ways will help you with your patience and help you create a much calmer home for you and your kids. If you want more ideas, if you want to, go to patienceplaybook.com, patienceplaybook.com, and download my Patience Playbook. It's a PDF, easy, give you 15 ways to increase your patience, okay? Because I'm telling you, when I ask parents all the time what they need more of, they always say patience. But the idea is to set up your home so it's calm, it's creative, it's cooperative. And when all those things take place, your need for patience goes down drastically. All right. So I hope this helped you guys. Take these tips and take action on them. When I go live and I give you tips, these are things you can actually take action on to resolve. So take action on at least one of them. Okay, I am live, except for today, on Tuesday and Thursdays at 10 a.m. in my private VIP group. I'm live also on Mondays where we really dive into topics. Plus, don't forget story time at 7 p.m. all Eastern time, guys. These are all Eastern times on Tuesday and Thursdays. And I'm on Clubhouse. If you guys are on Clubhouse at 10 a.m. on Saturday, I do the parent chat Clubhouse. So join me on Clubhouse. If you're on, let me know. If you want to be on, let me know. And I do that 10 a.m. on Saturdays. So 10 a.m. is like the magic number. But in the meantime, guys, I really appreciate you being here. If you want more patience, go to patienceplaybook.com, download my Patience Playbook. Also, if you want my book, Raising Happy Toddlers, or my 3 children's books, go to celiasbooks.com. And that will take you to a place where you can order all of them or one of them. Okay, you guys, I appreciate you being live with me. Super grateful that you're here. I hope you guys have days filled with peace, love, and tons of laughter. Laughter, guys. It really is the best medicine. It takes care of everything. All right, guys. I'll see you here next time on Pumped Up Parenting and Around the Web. Bye, everyone.